What's going on, guys? I am here with Nick Santucci, who just did what?
I played in a regional flight qualifier at the NAWCQ and won with the F.A.R.M.M deck.
The F.A.R.M.M deck. What is that?
We're gonna find out.
All right,
it's a Nick Santucci special, so we'll get started. I ended up going across 3 side events, 8 and 1 with the deck, so it did very well. It's a 4-0 regional flight, and
you won 2 different events, right?
Won 2 different events, 4-0, 3-0 as well. So let's just get started.
Perform well. Let's go.
So what is F.A.R.M.M? It's an acronym, 2 M's. You guys can guess as to what the archetypes in that right now are. Put it in the comments below and see if you're right. How's that?
A mini game.
There you go, a little mini game for the video. So the first archetype is F. It's probably not a big surprise to anyone. We're playing Fiendsmith, very small package. Yeah, don't want to brick on unnecessary, hands. I mean, Jared, you talked about it, like Lacrima plus Larry sucks. Don't want to play in a drill. It's Fiendsmith, smallest package because it's accessible by everything else. Done. What's A? We're playing the Azamina engine, and we're on 3, 3, and 3. We're playing 60 cards, so we want to see as much of this as we can. Deception's actually probably the worst starter because it plays in a drill and doesn't get you as many bodies as Wanted and Deception can. And we are playing the trap card. It's very nice when it comes up actually into drill. Like you get drill when you have a Diabell in hand. You can actually just summon her, get a body on the board, and just set this as an interrupt, and then go into Fiendsmith with her. So it's nice, but I would probably side it out going second. So that's the Azamina engine. And obviously pause me if there's anything you want to comment on.
You're good.
For R, we're playing Ryzeal. This is a very small engine, 2 ice, 2 X, 2 sword, and 1 bonfire. Give credit to Jared on this one for convincing me. I was pretty much in agreement with him, but it made sense. Cross is a brick. Node can't be a brick. I totally admit I don't like drawing those cards, so I want to try and avoid that. Ice plays pretty well in the drill. I mean, even Bonfire Ice plays somewhat well in the drill. You get the Fiendsmith that way. You get the idea, right? Trying to play through that stuff. So that's our R. First M. This engine I'd never played with until this weekend, and wow, I'm a believer. What do you call it? So, I'm a believer.
You figured it out.
I was like, I just never really looked at it. Full disclosure on people who don't know me, I haven't played in like months, and I wasn't like well versed with this engine, but having tried it out, I was like, this is incredible. I actually said to Jared at one point, I like turned to the side after a match, just crushed somebody with it, and I was like, Ame is disgusting. That card is filthy. How did they allow this to happen? Like you just blow up their board, like rip their hand to pieces, and you're like, and you search like 3 cards, or 2 cards, whatever. Anyway, so if you didn't know, it's just like, yeah, we'll just give you 3 cards. The engine is Mitsurugi, and it's very small. Jared's recommendation here, it made sense. It's just 3 Haba, 3 prayers as your starters, and then we're running the 1 Ame, the Saji to get the ritual, and then the ritual, right? There's actually even hands I had where I paired them up and it got, like Ame out of the hand. I opened like prayers Ame, things like that. And, you just get an Ame plus a prayers usually on your board. And you can like link off the Ame even if you need to into Fiendsmith combo and just have like the prayers available. There's like so much you can do with it. Board clears, it's gigantic. Like, I don't know. Is there anything wrong with these cards? I'm not really sure.
You're probably coming to a conclusion of like most of these engines that we're playing are really good at just like throwing bodies, and then they don't care where the bodies go. They still end in interruptions, whether it be like Diabell get the trap or Murakumo into into prayers. So being able to like someone just kept essentially screaming, how do you beat Droll? How do you beat Droll? When you're just always like you're guaranteed almost Caesar trapping graveyard every game plus whatever the engine that went through before the droll
produced.
It doesn't matter.
So like you get to this or something,
so
or you get to trap.
It's still like 4 to 5 interrupts, like minus hand traps with engine through a droll. If anything, it's actually minus 1 card from their hand, which I love saying in a Yu-Gi-Oh concept.
You just neg a card out of their hand. You have an Ame on top of that, and suddenly like it's neg another card and Regeki and all that. It's nuts. Yeah. Being able to rip like Veilers and Imperms out with a Diabell and then like still play is a great feeling, and like the entire deck does that. Which brings us to the last letter in the acronym, and this is like by far the one that Jared sold me on the most. We're playing Millennium, and it's actually a pretty big package. It's 3 Sangenjin, 3 Temple, and 1 Golem. Bigger than like the normal like 4 that people play. That's like the minimized engine. This stuff gets you. So why 3 Temple actually is probably the big question most people would ask. This actually gets you to 2 level 8s under Droll, where Sangenjin can't and Golem can't. Sangenjin's the best if like there is no Droll, produces like the most amount of stuff. 3 bodies as opposed to, I'm pretty sure it's just 2 for these guys. And this doesn't play very well in the Droll. So you're running one of that. These guys are, I mean, like Jared can speak to this too if he wants to, like these things are insane at just like pushing for damage. Again, like your opponent like throws hand traps at you. A lot of times it's like charmies and stuff, and they're expecting you to go like into the extra deck, and you're just like, okay, I will pass with like a bunch of big guys, not give you any cards. It's like if you're going first. If you're going second, like you just produce like a 2750, you make Doom Dragon from the extra deck, just beat the crap out of them under Nib. I don't know, there's so much you could say about this, but do you have anything to say on these?
These like somehow bait a lot of hand traps, even though they're part of no engine at the same time. Like I saw a lot of people ashing Sangenjin. They seem to happen a lot of the time.
Oh yeah. You'll go like Temple, put Charmian back with Sangenjin. Sangenjin effects, they negate, and then you're like, okay, here's Doom Dragon. Push a guy in the back. I have a body.
And then that body's going to translate to most likely a Fiendsmith line.
The body's going to make Fiendsmith line, or I can like attack with it because it's gigantic.
Yeah.
Incredible engine. I'm always like hesitant when I draw it. I'm like, how's this going to work? And it always just does. Like these things are amazing. The little effect on him came up a few times. Can't be destroyed by monster effects as well. I had somebody target it, thinking that they could kill it. I had somebody, I think it was a board wipe, right?
Someone Murakumo I think once in some Nightmare Cerberus
thought it died, but it didn't. Yeah, a lot of that. So that's the last M. As for non-engine, we are running actually quite a bit. I think it was 17. I could have the number wrong. We'll see right here. 3 Fua, 3 Perulia, 3 Droll, 3 Ash. I feel like that's pretty standard. After that, we're on 3 F.A.R.M.M, actually 4 Bestials. I'll comment, I'll say like these are probably like the worst hand traps in the list. 2 Baldrake. They were good against Lunalight though, and I played that more than once, so I'm not sure I would cut them, but they're probably the lowest performing ones here. They're so specific. And then the last part of the non-engine is Talented Callby, because they're just both really good. You are scared of Fua a lot. I'd say that's probably like the scariest of like the trio here. Droll really is probably like the least scary. And then yeah, Fua is a little scary if you actually have to go into Fiendsmith combo and you don't have Ash Callby and you want to actually do something, so it is a little scary.
It does feel crazy that saying that like Droll is the least scary in a pile like this.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so.
You just don't care that much.
Yeah. All right, so that's the main deck. Going to the extra deck. I should have that sorted by acronym as well.
This crazy extra deck.
Start with F. It's the basic stuff. You got Moon, Requiem, going to Necroquip, DDD, and we are also running obviously the trap. So there's our sequence in Desiree. I have nothing to say on that. It's just
that was actually a you thing. You kept you were very big on Desiree, sequence, and trap. I was actually in favor of cutting them, but I think you ended up being right, needing that extra interruption, more layered in the graveyard as well. They actually run out of Ash Blossoms, I've noticed. Like they can't ash you enough.
Yeah, well they have to like pick what they're ashing, I guess. There's like so much that they can be ashed that you can only ash so much, I agree. And in the grind, I feel like these came up, like you go into like a third turn, Desiree's really nice.
Shuffling back whole engine, literally.
Yeah. Even drawing the trap, I was commenting on that. Like you brick on the trap, you just get to Fiendsmith combo, end on this plus trap. Both of the times that happened, I won those games just like immediately because they like have to go battle phase to out this. I'm like, okay, attack declaration, trap, send the whole board. They committed like everything to it. They have the best turn.
And no one's rating that to be the Fiendsmith trap. That's not like a
F.A.R.M.M brick.
A
I don't know what they think it is, but that's our F. For A, Azamina, it's just a standard 2. Nothing to say on that.
Free bodies.
Free bodies on the negate before you even make Fiendsmith combo is kind of absurd because Fiendsmith is supposed to be your protection, but you can also get that. But Azamina, I'd say, is probably like the least accessible engine in the deck. You kind of have to just draw it.
Or mill it, the zombie vampire.
You could mill it, yeah. Which we'll get to in a second here. For R, you know, we got Ryzeal, Detonator, Duo, and Aggregator. That's it. And then we are also running, I guess you call this the Mitsurugi part, but it's really the Ryzeal part too. King to get to the Mitsurugi engine. And then
It's very important to have generic 4s that can bridge you between
yes,
Fiendsmith, Ryzeal, because you can generate 2 4s from Mitsurugi, and you can also generate a 4 from Fiendsmith. So you get a lot of bridges to go into both of these guys that you need at the moment.
It came up,
not
yeah.
including normal summon Charmies, which was I did it at least 3 times, I think.
Well, you actually went zombie steal Charmy.
Yeah, that too.
That was like, I didn't realize it at first. I was like, what is he? And I connected all the dots on that. And you just get into this, get into, you know, Ryzeal combo, and then get into this, get into Mitsurugi combo, and then you have like the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like suddenly like zombie vampire plus Charmy plus body is like all that. And you're like, wait, what? How is that?
Like no one's supposed to happen.
Yeah, but it did, you know. Thank you, Millennium. Speaking of that, this is like the Millennium engine right here. Just, that's it. There's no Photon Lord. I decided I think Photon Lord was unnecessary. I think it probably was. Like, you have so many like ways to push hand traps.
I don't think we ever missed it. I think the card I probably missed the most was IP, because you have like a lot of bodies that you want to move around.
If there was something we could like squeeze into the deck, it would definitely be IP. I agree with that, because the last slot is SP. I just like hard make the SP a lot of times on my first turn even, and just pass with that. If this was like an IP instead, it would feel a lot better. Well, obviously it has to be 2, right? So you can figure out what you're cutting there. Like, is it duo? Is it king? Is it like, the deck would just have to change, I feel like
we made pretty much everything in the extra deck pretty consistently.
Yeah, everything was used. I agree. So no problems there. Side deck, real quick, just nothing extraordinary to comment on this. It's probably like the least spectacular part of the deck, I'd say. It's 3 Lancia, 3 Meows for Malice, and then it's just more hand traps I decided to do. 3 Ogre for like random matchups like Lunalight, it's decent into.
It's also fine versus Ryzeal, hit duo drive.
Yeah, just kill duo.
Vanquish Lily, hit field spell.
Vanquish, it's like cute to like trade into field. It's like great against field spell. Like you can trade into like a Ryzen, tries to pop the board.
Yeah.
Make them leave the column. They are a generic thing. And then probably the worst one, I have to say, and like the one I cited in the least was Nib. If I had to change anything here, it would be like cut this for some other hand trap. Not really sure what, maybe Bell or something like that. I don't know if you have any ideas on that.
No, not really. I'm happy that we did. This was your idea too, was doing the full hand trap in the side deck, because I'm usually a 6 side deck going first card person, but in 60 card it makes more sense just to play to your weakness and have 15 side deck hand traps along with your main deck hand traps, and then the ratio gets almost to like a 50-50 of drawing like two hand traps in your opener minimum, roughly. I think that's how the math checks out, roughly. It's pretty good. So it worked out. So
yeah, awesome. That's all I got. So thanks for signing off, right? Anything to say?
No, deck's cool. That's what I'm happy. I put more work into it than my own deck, so I'm happy it worked out.
Yeah. I would say that, you know, for those who don't know, what I end up playing a lot of times for fun is just like piles of engines. And Jared's kind of, you know, like entertained me on it, and just like, I could not have done this without him suggesting some of the things that he did. So I would say for people watching, like if you're interested in just kind of like changing the game up, like just try to like see like what synergizes with each other and like what works. It's a lot of fun. It's maybe not the best thing in the world, but you might have more fun with the game, and then you might still play the game for longer than you think. So that's always nice, right? You want to enjoy and play the game that you're...
Do want to have fun, that is the goal.
Yeah, you want to have fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's all I got.
All right, sounds good. Thank you guys for watching.
Peace.